What was it? So this is it, everybody. Day one of our 3-week road trip around Scotland. Never been before? Well, tell a lie. I did come to Scotland once when I was a kid, but no real recollection of that. So for all intents and purposes, this is the first time I've ever been to Scotland. And I think it's the first time you've ever been to Scotland either. Oh, of course. Yeah, you've been to Glasgow and Edinburgh for work. But like, a holiday, I guess. Okay. But we're not actually in Scotland yet. We're still kind of just south of the border. We spent last night at basically just like a lay-by just down the road from here. Just south of Carlisle, and Carlisle's pretty much on the border, or very close to the border of Scotland. So yeah, if we did it in one hit from home all the way up to Scotland, it would have been like 8-9 hour drive, and that was just kind of like a little bit silly. So we did break it down, stayed just south of the border last night, and then we'll carry on up into Scotland a bit later on today, and then I guess our trip kind of begins after that, I suppose. But well, no, but like the Scotland section does. Trip wise though, we've booked a handful of campsites. I think we're going to kind of, well, we've kind of booked them, so it's not I kind of think. We're going to do sort of 2 nights on a campsite, and then maybe like 3 to 4 nights off grid, I think, and then sort of running into a campsite, and then 3 to 4 nights off grid, and just kind of working our way around like that. And then that gives us time to like recharge, fill up with water, and yeah, sometimes it's quite nice just to be on a campsite anyway. So yeah, going to do that. Edinburgh, Glasgow, Fort William. We're going to go and see the Harry Potter bridge, I think. The viaduct thing. Loch Ness, obviously.
Glasgow's last.
Yeah, Glasgow's last. We're kind of going to Edinburgh first, and then sort of around like that. You can just about see some hills in the distance. I don't know what hills they are, but yeah, probably could do. But that's kind of what we're looking forward to once we get into the land of the haggis and the shortbread. Go and see some mountains and some hills. And just like that, 5-kilometre walk back at the van. Well, almost anyway. It's just kind of a small car park there, but look how lovely this is. Just nature everywhere around. It's so cool that like skateboarding's like on there, like at the Olympics. It's so weird, isn't it? We've literally spent pretty much like all day just watching the Olympics on the iPad, just on BBC. We watched quite a lot of the things that happened yesterday because we were driving all day yesterday, so we didn't really see any of it. So we watched quite a lot of the gymnastics, and now we've got the skateboarding on. We've watched a bit of swimming. It's quite fun that as we're away, the Olympics are on, so every day we can just kind of turn it on and see what's happening. But yeah, we need to vacate this car park by 6 PM because it shuts and there's a gate. So we're going to have some dinner, and then I think we're going to pack up and head off. Drive into Scotland. Edinburgh's about 2.5-3 hours drive from here. So we're going to stop about halfway. The place that I found is 1 hour and 20 away. So we're going to go there, spend the night there. And then tomorrow I think we're going to check in at Edinburgh at 1, because that's the earliest we can check into the campsite, because we're staying at the main campsite for 2 nights, and then we're going to head into Edinburgh straight away, I think. So yeah, just going to drive halfway, spend the night, walk the dogs tomorrow morning, and then carry on to Edinburgh. And yeah, see what Edinburgh's got to offer, I suppose. But yeah, it's just really fun just kind of sitting in the back of the van, watching stuff on the iPad. Got the fairy lights on. I don't know if we ever showed you the fairy lights, but we put these fairy lights up before we went away at Christmas. Oh yeah, I'm sure we showed you the fairy lights, but yeah, fun. Oh, look at my hair. Well, we are officially in Scotland. We're not quite in Edinburgh yet. We've still got a 2-hour drive to go till we get there. Just about to leave in a minute, but this is where we stayed last night. Just kind of went down this country road about 10 minutes and found this lay-by. It was actually on park for night, so I guess we didn't really find it, but yeah, just like a gravel track next to a country lane and lots of Scottish countryside in the background. But if this is what park-ups are like in Scotland, then I think we're going to have quite a nice trip. Didn't even see that. It's so busy.
This is why we never come anywhere in an afternoon. Oh, there's a stormtrooper.
I know. So we're currently walking down Royal Mile, which I think is like the main strip. Really busy. Loads of shops selling tweed and tartan and stuff. There's something going on here though.
You can PayPal him.
I have.
Or Apple Phone.
So this is a traditional Edinburgh rock, or is it Scottish rock? Well, it's so tasty. It's like crumbly. I don't usually like rock, but that's quite nice. Oh, yum. You comfy, Diggs? We're going to go and try and find a bakery.
It's a bit quieter down here.
Yeah, it's a bit better, isn't it?
Well, it's like about 10% less, which makes a difference.
Less people. No, this one here. Oh, here we go. Right, I think Becky's going to go in. Open till 3:45.
What?
Open till 3:45. Right. Let's wait here.
Yeah.
And then Mum will go in and get something tasty. What'd you get?
I got something for free.
For free?
I paid, but then she gave me one of the things for free.
What, on purpose?
Okay, yeah, she was like, so I got a cheese scone and an mint aero brownie thing.
Yeah.
And she was like, really random, but do you want another scone for free? And I was like, yeah.
Yes.
Because she was like, because then I can just close up early.
Oh. She wants to shut.
Yeah. I went in there and I was like, oh, I can't decide. I'm like, what would you recommend? And she just basically recommended like 5 things. I was like, I don't think that helps.
Every now and again you can just hear bagpipes, can't you? So this is what we got from the bakery. One of the scones has already been eaten. Becky's starting on the other one.
Oh,
It's so tasty though.
that had a bit of chocolate on it.
It's got like rosemary and cheese. Is it rosemary?
No.
Or sage or something?
I think it's chive.
And then we got a Mintiero. Is that Rocky Road?
I'm not
It's
sure.
got like biscuit in it. We're having a quick sit down though. We got away from the Royal Mile, which was just crazy busy. So yeah, bit of peace and quiet away from that.
The best one I've ever had.
Best scone you've ever had. Mimi's Bakery, Edinburgh, the Royal
Mimi's
Mile.
Bakehouse.
Mimi Bakehouse.
Mimi's Bakehouse.
The Mimi's Bakehouse.
Something like that. Just look it up.
Look it up. Mimi, M-I-M-I, Bakehouse,
On
Edinburgh.
TripAdvisor, it's like rated the best bakery.
Oh really? Well, if the scones are anything to go by, then second that. Anyway, enough of this talk. If I turn the camera around, we can see Edinburgh Castle. I don't think the bit in the middle's original, but the walls around the outside,
Oh wow.
I believe,
Oh my word.
are the OG walls from the castle. Can you imagine trying to attack that and scale that back in the day? Right, Becky. Oh, you're eating that now?
You were just talking rubbish.
Is it good?
Oh my god. It's like a brownie with stuff in it. And a bit on top's like minty and a little white chocolate. Come here.
Yeah, let's give it a bite.
Oh, that was a big bite, David. You just ate like half of it.
No, I haven't.
You did? Look at how big that pie was.
It's a tasty bite though. We're going to head back now anyway, find the bus stop and go back, have dinner for the rest of the evening. Finish off the cheese scone and
Oh god.
the brownie.
I just crushed it.
And we'll see you guys in the morning anyway. At Arthur's Seat, back in Edinburgh.
Oh.
So here we are, Arthur's Seat, Edinburgh, Scotland, UK, Earth.
What?
I don't know what our solar system's called. I think Arthur's Seat, is it like a bench or something at the top? Because it's called Arthur's Seat, but I don't know why. Maybe there's a seat at the top. I don't know if we're going to make it to the top because that's a long way. But I think we're going to see how far we can go. I don't know, I'm up for a bit of a walk, so see if we can get to the summit, I suppose.
Yeah, calm down.
So I think getting up the hill is either the steep route, which we've decided to do because it's shorter, or there's a longer, what's the word? It's not shallow, is it?
Yeah.
Gradient's lower, whatever that word is. Oh. But it's still quite a long way to go. I might have to pick Digby up in a minute because he's struggling a bit. Mind you, he's going pretty well though. Up we go. Go on, Dix. You're going to be tired out. Whew. Oh look, it's a bit of a view here already. That's where we just came from. I think the city of Edinburgh is kind of over there. Well, this is all the city, but the main centre is kind of over there. Let's keep going. Carolyn, go. Oh, it's very windy.
I can see it. I feel like it's
Can we take a photo?
Yeah, I don't know where from though. Over here, there's a bit of room. But Arthur's Seat. Done it, completed it, mate. Should we head down? Yeah.
I don't like heights.
Oh. So we made it to the bottom of Arthur's Seat. Oh, such a nice breeze. That's going to blow away. But there it is. We're at the top of that half an hour ago. Actually, maybe just over that. It was much easier going up the steep route than coming down that long route. I think mainly because there were just loads of people going up the... Sorry, you got to do a spin because I was tangled up. There were loads of people going up the way we were coming down, which kind of made it a bit more difficult. But we're going to go and find somewhere to get some lunch. I don't know where that's going to be, but we're just going to head back into the town. Back in the town. See if we can find somewhere, get like a panini or something and a cup of tea. Need a cup of tea. Oh, that was good though. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Glad we've done it.
Hike.
It looks so far away. You look at it now and it's just like, I can't believe we're all the way up there. Before we went up, we were just like, oh, there's no way we're going to get to the top.
I just thought it
But we
would be
did.
hard for Digby, not that we couldn't get.
I can't believe Digby got all the way to the top.
Well, we didn't. We carried it the last.
Incredible. Well, like the last like 10 metres. Crazy. Oh, such a nice day as well. So lucky. Alright, we're going to go get some lunch anyway. And yeah, see what we can find. So we're back at the campsite. We did have a walk up the Royal Mile again from the hill, and we had a look at a couple of cafes to stop at for lunch, but they were quite expensive. and we basically ended up just going to Marks and Spencer's, getting a few sandwiches and bits and pieces. Well, Becky got a duck wrap and I got a sandwich, and we got a punnet of strawberries, and we pretty much just got the bus back home. Did some laundry, and well, the dogs are like basically passed out now. And yeah, we're just going to stick the Olympics on. Watch. Yeah, got to put the Olympics on while the laundry dries. And yeah, it's a really nice sunny day, so it shouldn't really take too long, to be honest. We're not really too sure what the plan is for the next few weeks. I think we've kind of decided that we're going to go to Loch Lomond tomorrow, because we've got a campsite booked in Fort William in 3 days time, or maybe it's 4 days from today. So we need to be there for then, and Loch Lomond's kind of on the way there, so I think we're going to go there and then maybe jump around for a couple of nights. But yeah, we're just going to kind of kick back for the rest of the day, and then I guess we'll see you guys at Loch Lomond tomorrow, unless anything changes, because when you're on a road trip things can change, and well, sometimes you change your mind about things. But the plan at the moment is Loch Lomond tomorrow, and then yeah, don't know after that, but we'll see you then. Look at her, all pooped out from mountaineering all morning. And Digby's kind of asleep too. Oh. Tired. All out of puff. Go on, Diggs. Go.
Oh my god, it's so cold.
Is it cold?
It's so cold on my feet. Come on, Lenny.
Go on, Diggs.
Swim. Swim. You got it. You got it. You got it. Oh, it doesn't like it.
He's gonna make it.
Yeah, of course he will. He can swim, he's just not that good. Yay!
Made it. So here we are, everyone. Loch Lomond. So there's a main road that runs basically the length of the loch, and there's loads of lay-bys that you can park in that kind of have these like beachy areas that we're on now, but because we arrived yesterday afternoon and it was really sunny, they were all completely full, so we didn't get a chance to come for a swim yesterday. But we stayed up the road last night. We were actually greeted by some rain this morning, which was actually quite nice, to be honest, but we couldn't really go for a swim in the rain, so we've held out and it's brightened up a bit, and we decided to kind of just drive down, park in one of the lay-bys with the beach and come for a swim. You can tell that I don't go out in the sun much. So pale. When you get about 10 metres out here, all of a sudden there's loads of like weeds and it's a little bit creepy. So I'm a bit apprehensive to go, oh mind you, this bit isn't too bad. I don't know, just a bit worried about Loch Ness monsters and I don't know, big fish I suppose. Although there's nothing in here that's going to hurt you, but yeah, I did just have a little swim. Let's have another little dip. Oh, there we go. We're in the loch. Oh, it is quite cold, but it's not too bad. But this is like one of the beaches at the side of the loch. There's a handful of these along this kind of west flank, and there's kind of like these lay-bys with like parking completely free that you can stay in, no restrictions for overnight or anything like that. So we might stay there tonight. You coming in, Luz? Oh my goodness. Has she overcome her phobia of water?
I don't think it's a phobia of water, I think she just hates being cold.
Yeah, she doesn't like the cold. Oh, tasty.
Oh, it's a fish!
You coming in? Come here, Luz. Come here. Oh, you swimming? Oh, Okay. Good girl. Good girl. It's okay. It's okay, Liz. Do you know there was a guy that I think he summited Everest. I think he summited, and he tried to snowboard down, and he just died. So we've left Loch Lomond. Can't hang around there for too long because we've got plenty of places to see. We've driven an hour further north, kind of halfway to Fort William, which is where we're staying next. And there's another loch up here, Loch Tulla or Loch Tula, that we've parked next to. We're on a viewpoint, found this on Park for Night. There's loads of people here in vans and everything staying, so it's no issue. Motorhomes and everything. But the views are incredible. Just the drive coming up here, driving alongside Loch Lomond, kind of like windy roads, you've got the mountains in the background, and then the further north we got, the more mountains there were, and yeah, it was pretty cool. But that over in the distance there, that's Loch Tula or Loch Tulla, and that's the direction we came from, so Loch Lomond was down there and we kind of came up this way, and yeah, there's lots of Scotlandness going on here. You can stay in this kind of patch here from like 7 PM until the morning, but there's another patch just up there where it's just unrestricted, so we've parked up there and
they restrict this one to like make sure that cars can
get here in the morning. Yeah,
in the morning, otherwise you'd just be
yeah, so they don't have an issue with people parking overnight, but you've kind of got to move in the morning for like visitors, I guess,
yeah.
and hikers. But
So over there we don't have to move.
yeah, so we could have parked here, but we'd have to move in the morning, so it made more sense just kind of go up there. I know, look at that.
There's like a bit
Like
of
sun
path
setting as well.
down there,
Oh.
so they can run around in the morning.
As park ups go, I think this has got to be up there with one of the nicest we've stayed at. Although we haven't stayed here yet, we've only just got here, so anything can happen. But I think it's going to be a pretty good one. Just wake up tomorrow morning, have some breakfast and go for a lovely walk and let these guys get some exercise. So we decided to drive down the hill that we stayed on last night to a car park, which is just kind of in the valley, because there's no trails or footpaths or anything up there, and they're kind of, well, there's a few trails down here. I think we're going to kind of stay to this track though, because they kind of go off up the hills. Oh no, there's a cattle grid. Oh, this is a savage cattle grid.
Savage that is.
Oh, look at this.
Dave, I've got her lead, so you need to keep going.
Oh. Don't want to fall down there, guys. Made it. But we're just going to stick on this kind of dirty, roady thing for a bit. Go for a nice little walk.
Dirty roady?
Well, what do you call it? Track. And yeah, just go for a little walk this morning. But yeah, it feels very Scotlandy. So this on the right is the remains
One tiny piece of glass.
of a castle, yeah. That's all that's left. I wonder how big it was when it was in its full glory. And now it's just a stump of a castle. There's a couple of remote houses here, so there's one there. There's one just up there, and we've just walked past one just round that mound there. Such a lovely place to live, although I think the winters must be absolutely brutal somewhere like this. It's obviously much colder in Scotland as it is compared to southern England where we're from, but
There's no public access.
oh, that's alright, we can just go back. We've walked a little way, haven't we? But yeah, absolutely lovely place to live, but I bet the winters are absolutely savage. So we've decided to move on from where we were, and we're trying to find another spot to go to, but we don't have very good signal up here, so Park for Night's not working, and Google Maps is blurry, so we're just kind of driving in the direction of Fort William and hoping we'll find somewhere nice to pull over. There's loads of viewpoints along here, so I'm sure we'll find somewhere. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, Dix!
Well, don't laugh at him.
Oh no! Big scary bridges. Oh.
Okay.
I feel like we need to take a picture or something. Oh, is that nice?
Can you make that?
Easy.
Oh, good boy.
Easy.
Good boy.
Oh.
Go to help.
Go on, Diggs. Luna, you're not helping at all, are you?
She's trying to knock him back down.
Oh, right, let's go back.
Come on.
Well, this is where we slept last night with a fellow neighbour. You don't realise you're right next to mountains though. You just kind of step out the van and see that, and it's just like, oh, mountains. We've had quite a lot of rain so far this morning, although it has stopped. Got my waterproofs on though because it could rain literally any minute. It's honestly so nice just laying in the back of that van or sitting in the van, just listening to the rain hitting the roof. Oh, it's amazing. We're going to go for a walk anyway. There's a place called, well, it's called Hagrid's Hut, like Harry Potter themed thing. I don't know what it is. I think maybe someone's just made a replica of the hut.
No, it's Hagrid's Hut.
What,
It's
where
the
it was
hut-
filmed?
Yeah. The outside of it. You can't
Really?
go inside. It's not inside's not the same, obviously, because that was a set. But the outside of it.
Oh, it's the actual hut?
Yes.
Oh, that's sick. I didn't realise that. I thought someone had just like made like a little hut and said, oh, this is Hagrid's Hut.
No.
Well, there you go. We're going to go and see Hagrid's Hut, the original, which is like about a 10-minute, well, maybe about a 20-minute walk from here.
I think further than that. It's 30 minutes.
What do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're going to go and see it anyway, so hopefully that's a bit of fun. Have you? Did you lock
What's
the?
happened here?
Did you lock the van?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Back over the bridge again. It's all right, Diggs. See how much more ravenous the river is after all that rain. Oh, look at that! All that water coming down the mountains. Let's go, guys. Come on. So we think Hagrid's Hut is this way, a bit further along. But if I just pan the camera around, look at that. That's ridiculous, isn't it? How mad's that? Can't go over it. Becky with the mountains.
Is it cold?
Oh, it's just started raining again. Oh no. Ah! I need to take shelter. Hagrid's Hut's not here yet though. I'm going to get under this tree. Under the tree, loons. Shelter. So we haven't found Hagrid's Hut, and we've looked it up, and we're definitely in the right location of where it should be, but we think that maybe it was just put up for the movies and it's not there anymore. But then there's pictures on Google as recent as a week ago of the hut, so I don't know whether they're pictures of the actual hut or whether they were just uploaded pictures of the hut from years ago. I don't know, but We can't find the hut anyway, but we're definitely in the right location.
Careful, darling, it's really slippery.
Yeah, I'm trying not to fall down the mud. That'll do, guys. Could live in there. Imagine. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Enough logs to last 10 years. We need to keep the dogs on leads because apparently there's livestock around here, although I haven't seen any.
I suppose it must be horses.
Yeah, we've seen some horse poo, haven't we? But
It's better. If we let them off, then they could die as well.
I guess so. So we'll just keep them on for now. We found some livestock, guys. Oh, there's another one. I didn't see that one. Oh, good job we got you on leads, guys. Oh, they're so small, aren't they? Almost as small as you, Luna.
Gymnast.
10.
Kick my shoe off.
That's not quite the splits. You're not far off, though.
So you don't have to do it with your head back, though. You have to go like...
Yeah, you got to put your head back and then like
go.
basically touch your head.
Give it a go.
Oh, I can't do it.
Yeah, but give it a go.
So I've got to like basically touch the back of my head.
Oh no! Try again. What's the other one they do? You try that one? Yeah!
Go on, Becky, the high beam.
The old beams.
The old beam. The old beam. The old beam.
beams.
Oh, you can tell we've been watching the gymnastics. You're going to do 3-metre springboard.
Yeah.
Do a 4.5 triple somersault. Oh no, wait, it doesn't make sense, does it?
What?
4.5 triple. Oh look, sunshine, Becky. I think that's the first bit of sunshine we've seen all day. Over there. Oh yeah, there was a little bit this morning, yeah. It's literally been raining pretty much all day, but we have managed to get a load of washing done. What? We weren't planning on doing a big load of washing, but we're not gonna come unless we go to an actual laundrette though. We're not gonna come in contact with a washing machine
You're gonna go to a laundrette
for like 2 weeks. So we had to get washed
She's
up
like the
today.
only person that thinks
And I'm
about
glad we
going
did,
to
because now we've got clean bed sheets.
When are we going to go to the laundrette?
I can see a waterfall on that hill over there though. Get Becky's face out of the way. Might be able to see it. What are you doing?
Can't get my face out of the way.
Oh, God, it's so cold. Can we go back?
No.
Absolutely freezing.
Fun.
I'm freezing. There's our lovely van though. Old Faithful. So, preliminary plan for tomorrow. Is that the right word? I think we might try and go and see the Harry Potter viaduct, because that's about...
Not till the afternoon though. We've got to do a walk in the morning
Yeah.
first, and then a shower.
Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll leave about 12, we'll leave by 12. And then I think we're going to head there, unless the weather's really bad and it's pointless.
Yeah, it might be really bad.
But I think we'd like to go there. Well, we're definitely going to go there, but maybe tomorrow, and then find somewhere to stay around that area.
Luna, not in there.
And yeah, that's kind of the preliminary plan
Should we
for
go
tomorrow. But yeah, we're going to go back in the van now anyway, because it's absolutely freezing. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Should we go back?
Come on then.
Let's go.
Go back.
So is this it then?
Yeah.
So we've had a slight change of plan, as you do on these kind of trips. We were thinking of going to see the Harry Potter bridge today, but we've changed our minds, and the main reason for that is because the steam train that goes over the bridge, apparently it does it twice a day, once at 10:15 in the morning, I think, or 11:15, and then another one in the afternoon around 3 o'clock. And unless you get there early, pretty much, apparently parking's really difficult, so we couldn't really get there really early this morning because we were at the campsite and everything, so we thought if we can't get there early then we'll just go another day. So we came into Fort William instead, which is where we are right now. Just had some lunch and yeah, just gonna have a stroll around. I think this is the fort, or what's left of it. I don't really know much history about Fort William, but yeah, I think this is kind of where the fort was. And then you've got like the harbour, I guess, where the tide's out at the moment. And yeah, if you carry on going out that way, it takes you out to sea. So yeah, we've got Morrison's over there, which is where we parked. Got a McDonald's down here.
3 hours free parking in Morrison's.
Yeah, you can stay for longer if you want to, but you've got to pay. But I don't think we're going to do that.
Oh, 3 hours is a good amount of time.
Yeah, it's loads, isn't it?
And
Well, we've got about 2 now because we just had
it's
lunch.
good to
but-
not have to pay for parking.
Yeah. Well, there's a gondola. So I think this is kind of the high street of Fort William. Well, we've got a parade of shops back there. War Memorial. Church. It's quite nice here, isn't it? I'd imagine there's loads of outdoor shops here. I should think. There's a big outdoor sort of centre back there. Digby's chasing birdies. Oh no! Oh, the one place we actually want to go is shut.
It's not. I'm sure there's somewhere else.
It's quite a nice little high street, isn't it? What, a dog toy?
I mean, they're not dog toys.
Anything can be a dog toy. Becky never likes to pass a bookshop without going in.
Look at that book.
Honey Witch.
Honey Witch.
Is that a good book? I don't know.
I don't know, it just looks beautiful.
Oh, never judge a book by its cover.
You always judge a book by its cover.
The Lost Rainforests of Britain. That might be quite interesting.
Huh?
That's the kind of thing I'd probably read.
What?
The Lost
Oh,
Rainforests of Britain.
the Forager's Calendar.
Yeah. A haggis house. Oh, it doesn't actually sell haggis. I was going to say, I've never actually tried haggis. A tavern. A whiskey shop. I've never been a big fan of whiskey.
I think I tried haggis
Have you?
out when I was at work once.
I've got so many bites on my legs and my arms. They're not usually too bad, but once you start scratching them, it's kind of game over. Can't stop. Oh, so many bites. I made the mistake the other day of taking the dogs out for the evening walk and left the sliding door slightly ajar with the lights on inside the van, and loads of midges and little bugs and things flew in, and it was a nightmare. And I think there's still some in there surviving off of me. Becky's just gone into the shop though to get a few bits and pieces, so I'm going to wait here with the dogs. And then I think we're going to head off to the park up that we're staying at tonight. I'm not sure exactly where it is because Becky found it, but I think it's near Ben Nevis. I don't know whether we'll be able to see the mountain from there. It's also quite overcast today, but I guess we'll see. But Fort William though, it's a lovely little town. I think it's mainly the kind of gateway to Ben Nevis, so lots of people come up here to hike up. But yeah, just get a couple of supplies and then we'll head over to our park up and spend the rest of the day there, I think. Where's Mama gone, Diggs? Where's she gone? Where's she gone? Oh, what are you doing there? What are you doing there, Diggs? Is that sticking out too much?
Hi Ben, let's go have a shop.
I think it's alright. Cool, it's very windy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm trying to see if we can get to the top from here.
Yeah, you can. Access to Ben Nevis.
Where are we? Oh, we're down here. Oh, so we're down here and then... Should we go for it, Becky?
No, come on.
So which one is it then?
Probably that one with the pink.
Oh, I don't think it's that far away. It can't possibly be that far. what you can do, Diggs? Oh, made it! Made it! So we're on the main path up to the summit of Ben Nevis, which I think is just over in the distance. It looks a very long way away. I would let Digby off the lead, but there are sheep here, so I don't want him chasing any sheep, and also I don't want him eating loads of sheep poo, so that's another reason not to let him off the lead. Oh, we're obviously not going to be going to the top of Ben Nevis. Oh, I can see it from here. I think it's that peak just there is Ben Nevis. Look how far away that is. That is so far. But Ben Nevis, I believe, is the highest peak in the UK at 1,345 metres, I think. Which, to be honest, that doesn't actually sound too high. I guess it depends what you compare it to. If you compare it to like Mount Everest or something, which is about 6 times the height, it doesn't seem like much, does it? But I guess it's still quite high. So we're heading back down again. Just went for a bit of a recce mission. There's a loch about an hour up the path that I think we're going to walk to tomorrow morning for our morning walk. So or maybe just over an hour.
We just walked 20 minutes, so it's about an hour and a half.
Yeah, hour and a half. So I guess maybe like a 3-hour round trip to the loch and back, which we're going to try doing tomorrow morning. These guys better have big dinner tonight for mountain rescue in the morning.
What do you do?
Get my boots.
Can you get mine?
Yeah. Oh, it looks alright at the moment.
Yeah.
It's a mint crumble in my boot.
Can we throw some of those cactus sweets?
Finished them.
Them.
They're gone.
Oh.
So the forecast for this morning is pretty horrendous. It's been raining, well, for hours really. There is a break in the weather, so we're going to go for it, but well, the lake is kind of the goal, but if the weather gets too bad, we're just going to come back, because otherwise it won't be enjoyable. So yeah, we're going to see how we go. I think we're going to get wet no matter what. Got the slings for the dogs, going to take a towel, and just kind of hope for the best, I suppose. We're not going to lose Becky today. The air's like blown it all up. Well, here we go, guys. The half summit quest. There's a waterfall up here on the left, although I don't know. Oh, you can kind of see it. It's not very big, but oh yeah. Oh, drinkies. Just kind of comes from up there. I'm curious to know how clean the water is. I'm obviously not going to drink it because I don't know how clean it is, but it'd be quite interesting to know, because obviously there's no pollution going into it, but I guess there could be sheep poo or dead sheep or something getting into it. But it's probably quite fresh. Becky's taken her coat off. She was too hot.
I feel free.
This is another waterfall.
The plus side, I've come up here when it's been raining. Maybe they do something.
Maybe, but not as much. What is it that's so interesting about water just like falling down rocks?
It's beautiful.
But why?
Because it is beautiful if you look at it.
It's just weird though, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
I know, but like it's just water
Luna!
and gravity.
Luna!
I think quite often in life I'm a bit too matter of fact about things. But I do appreciate that waterfalls are pretty to look at. I do get it. But it is just water. This walk is quickly turning into the waterfall walk, not the Ben Nevis walk. There's another one. God, this one's gushing. Oh wow. I'm amazed that someone with such short legs can get up this, but proof is in the pudding. It's also started raining as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm alright. Oh. Just goes on and on and on. We have been through the absolute most savage weather I think I've ever experienced in my life. This is the first time I've picked up the camera in like over an hour, and we're basically back down the bottom of the hill again. We didn't quite make it to the loch because there was like, I don't know what you call it, it's not like a ravine, is it? Oh,
No.
she's full of energy now.
What do you mean?
But it's like,
Can we just get over this?
it was like a bit going in between two mountains, so the wind was just absolutely howling.
Valley.
Is it a valley? I thought the valley was the bit at the bottom. Well anyway, the wind was just like absolutely insane,
And it was pouring.
and the rain was just like, oh my god, it was like being in like a high pressure shower with like blasting wind. It was just absolutely insane. So we kind of had to go back because it just was just silly just to carry on. We weren't too far away from the loch, but it was so bad, and we were like, once we get to the loch, what are we going to do anyway? Because there's no shelter, there's no cafe or anything. We would have just been like,
They're pretty helpful.
yeah, we would have just been like stuck in the hang on, give me a sec. Oh, but yeah, there's no cafe at the top or anything, so it would have just been like, we would have just got more wet and more blown away for no real benefit.
Just looked at a lot.
To just look at the loch, yeah. So, well, in one way I'm kind of sad that we didn't make it, but at the same time it was so bad that
I'm not sad. Why
we just have to go back. Well, because it's just like a milestone, isn't it? We're all absolutely soaked. I'm not actually too bad because my waterproofs are quite good, but
leggings are just a totally different colour now.
yeah, Becky's poncho was just blowing around like mad, and she's just completely soaked. So we're going to go back to the van, dry off, and then have some lunch and just reassess what we're going to do, I guess. So we'll see you soon. Look, sun's coming out now, Becky.
It's not up there.
Over there it
Behind
is.
you.
Yeah, oh yeah. Still looks kind of just as bad as it was. Go on, Diggs.
I'm so confused. Thank God.
Yeah, they're having a breakfast.
Doing?
I thought it was going to go like...
For real.
There it goes.
There you go. It's
Woo!
fired up.
So we've just arrived at the Glenfinnan Viaduct, which is the Harry Potter train bridge thing. And we've just literally just watched the train go over. We timed it quite well. We've been here about 5 minutes. But if we get out the van and go down to the viaduct, we've got to pay. And the next time the train goes over the viaduct again is in like 2 hours. So we either pay to stay here just to see the train go back over again, or we can just go and move on and save ourselves like a tenner. It would be quite nice to go and see it. I mean, we can see a bit of it, but I'm not really too fussed. I'd rather save a tenner and just move on. So this is where we slept last night. We've got some mountains in the background. We've got a small loch just down there. Sheep. Needed a good night's sleep last night as well after that walk we did yesterday morning. My calves are absolutely killing me. Yeah, slept like a baby. I think probably the best night's sleep I've had so far on this trip, I'd say. Slept so well. Oh, detritos. We got detritos. Let's go, guys. So we left the Glenfinnan viaduct anyway. We saw the train go over the top, and we could have paid to have stayed there for the afternoon and gone down and actually like seen it all and everything, but it was like really busy there and the parking was quite expensive, so we kind of decided not to do it and came to this lovely spot instead. It was just annoying that you had to pay like quite a lot of money to park there to go and see it. I mean, you could have walked there from like down the road, because there were loads of lay-bys down the main road, but they were all completely full of like motorhomes, camper vans, cars.
On the side of the road it was like so muddy and
Yeah.
And it was like there wasn't paths, so it would have been quite like dangerous.
Yeah, along the busy road, walking along there. We got really lucky. I don't know how we managed to get a space when we got there, but when we turned up it was like 10 minutes before. Yeah, in the overflow, but it was like 10 minutes before the train went over and we managed to get a space somehow. But yeah, just kind of sat there, watched the train go over. Job done. Oh my god, this is incredible. I just want to stand on it and get some video. No, sorry. Oh, that is insane. Mountains in the background. Just that river, the way it kind of meanders through the trees. Imagine living in one of those houses. That's incredible. Obviously this used to be forest, it's all been sort of cut down, but if this was all forest you wouldn't be able to see that. That is insane. It was such a good little park up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We always look for a park up that has access to a good walk in the morning, and it doesn't get much better than this.
It might be the best we've ever found.
Yeah, we've said that before already. Mind you, that one we were at before didn't have a walk and we thought it did. You slept on a log?
Slept like a log.
So did I. Honestly, I had the best night's sleep I've had so far on this trip last night.
Because we went up Ben Nevis and like exhausted ourselves.
Yeah, probably.
You were so tired when we went to bed.
I was really tired. These guys slept well too.
I love the sound of the crunch beneath my feet.
Was it grounding?
No, it's like the fan.
Yeah.
Can you hear?
I can.
ASMR.
Oh, this is such a nice walk, guys. This is a nice walk, Diggs. Nice. It's probably really nice when it's paws walking on this like mossy bit.
Yeah.
Break from the stones.
Have a break from the stones.
Oh, good old souvenir shop. Should we get Luna a Loch Ness Monster, Teddy? Yeah, probably. So there's a series of about half a dozen lochs coming from wherever the previous loch is, down through here, and then into Loch Ness at the other end. And hopefully we get to see a loch open, that'd be fun. The loch at Loch Ness, Becky. So weird that like that's just the road. What's that? Oh, is he off already? Bit premature, isn't it? would be quite cool to be on a boat, wouldn't it? I guess it's a bit like our van, but on the water. And a bit bigger. And then out there, everyone, is the mouth to Loch Ness. Should we go across?
Yeah, this is what
Go on, Diggs. Go. Go on then. Good boy. It's okay. Go. Oh, big scaries. Go on. Good boy.
Good boy.
Chris so terrified, isn't he?
Good boy. Good boy. Here you go. Here you go, good treaty.
We've been blessed with some dry weather this morning, although it is forecast to rain a bit later on. We actually came down here yesterday, but it was really, really busy because we got here in the afternoon. So we got up early this morning and came down before all the crowds get here. So hopefully it's a bit quieter. Do you think when they get to the open water, it's like when you let a dog out the cage or something and it just like bolts? You're just like, oh, freedom! Because they're all going off in like different directions. So Loch Ness, I believe, has the largest amount of water volume of all the lochs in Scotland. Although it's not the biggest by surface area or depth, it just has the most water, I think. Which makes sense really, why there's a monster in it. Because there's plenty of room to lurk around. I think it's 37 kilometres to the other end. It's quite a long way, isn't it?
Did we go and find Nessie?
Digby is Nessie. What's he doing? Trying to get a duck? Diggs, you're not going to get a duck.
Where are you off
Oh, he's the Loch Ness monster. He's the monster.
to? Where are you off to? Oh, is it deep?
So when we were here yesterday afternoon,
There's quite a
there was
strong
like,
current coming this way.
yeah, I think that must be what's it called? Is it like the weir that goes around the loch?
Oh,
Because
I
the
thought
loch-
it was a river.
Oh, it might be a river then.
I don't know.
Well, 'cause you've got the lochs, haven't you? But obviously that's not flowing water, so I think there's a thing that goes around the outside. But yeah, we came here yesterday and it was absolutely packed. It was so busy, and yeah, it's quite difficult to film everything. So it's much easier this morning, much quieter. It's so much
Yeah,
better
it's
to come
the
out in the
river-
mornings.
It's the river. Oich.
Oich. Oik. Yes, I suppose that's the river that goes between the previous loch and this one, and then the canal's just parallel to it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because obviously you can't canal boat down that. It'd be so cool to like live here, wouldn't it?
I just could never live near water because I always worry about flooding.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
though they
true.
probably won't get flooded, but I just.
I mean, the amount of water you would need to raise the water level of Loch Ness by like a metre would be absolutely catastrophic.
Yeah, but
But I get what you're saying.
things like that happen.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But that's so cool, like just sitting there having a breakfast.
And that's your
Out
view
the
out the
window,
window.
Loch Ness.
Yeah, oh, it'd be amazing. And then you could have like a kayak or something, and or a paddleboard, or you could just go for a swim, like whenever you wanted.
It's a little hotel, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
quite big.
It might be. So this is the River Oik.
See, that's like
I
thing.
don't know.
Whenever we pronounce something wrong like that, my mum watches videos and then she texts me saying
That's not how you
it's
say
pronounced blah, blah, blah.
it. It's
She
not
voice
Oik.
notes me.
Yeah.
What was it we were pronouncing wrong before?
I think it was arboretum, wasn't it? We were calling it like an arboretum.
Oh no, I think that was something else.
Oh, there's a laundrette, Becky.
Okay.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
Yeah, okay.
We like laundrettes.
No, we don't. We don't.
Becky bought something from the bakery. I don't know what it is yet, but we're about to find out. Oh, it's a muffin.
Yeah.
A very expensive muffin. Excuse me. We had originally planned to stay here for 2 nights, although we're thinking that we might just move on today, head up towards Inverness, because apparently there's a big bookshop in Inverness that Becky wanted to go to. And I'm sure there's other things to do in Inverness as well. But we're thinking there's not really much real benefit in us staying here for another night and paying another £20, because we're staying on kind of like a campsite thing, and it's £20 a night, which to be fair is quite reasonable, but there's no amenities, which is why it's so cheap, but that doesn't like bother us. But yeah, do we want to spend another £20 a night, or another £20 to stay here for another night and come back down here again? I don't know really. So I think we're just gonna kind of head back and square the van away and then decide whether we're going to stay or we're going to go. But I think we might move on. Oh, it's lemon curd.
Not in the middle.
That's lemon curd.
Not in the middle. On top it's lemon. In the middle it's white chocolate.
Oh, there's more.
I bought it. Oh, I didn't even get any lemon curd.
Oh, you put that with them. I love lemon curd.
It's very good.
Lemon curd is my jam.
I was trying to decide between a berry one or the lemon one.
I think you chose wisely.
You think? Berry one looked good though.
There's a fight going on.
I wish we could let them
They want to have a run around, don't they? She don't, she digs.
Look, there's Nessie. It doesn't look as cool on the camera.
It doesn't look as cool.
No, because they can't really see it properly on the camera. Got some dodgy filming going on here.
Oh, Becky. Oh, I didn't realise it wasn't locked. You guys. Take that away. Hop to it. So here we are, everyone. We're just on the outskirts of Inverness. We've driven an hour, basically up the whole side of Loch Ness, and Inverness means mouth of the River Ness, which kind of makes sense because I thought Loch Ness, Inverness, that must have like a link, and yeah, apparently that's what it means. We're gonna just kind of like chill out here for the rest of the day. We're in a kind of like just a park up at the side of the road. Oh, that car's gone now, Becky. And then tomorrow we're going to pop. And then tomorrow we're gonna pop into Inverness City. There's free parking in Tesco's, I think, for 2 hours. So I think we're literally just gonna park in the Tesco's and pop into the city, have a little look around for a couple of hours, and then move on again. Becky wants to go to a bookshop that's in town, so we're going to do that. And then after that, we're going to be heading into the Cairngorms en route to Glasgow, which is our, well, it's not our final destination. I think it's our final Scottish destination. But yeah, we've got 5 nights off grid now. I don't think we've ever done 5 nights off grid before. So we've got water filled up, batteries fully charged. We're going to cook on the camping stove to save power. And yeah, looking forward to the next 5 days. But like I said, we're just going to kind of chill out for the rest of the afternoon, watch some more Olympics. Got some to catch up on from the last couple of days. And we'll see you guys in Inverness tomorrow. What do you think about that, Becky? Alright guys, Inverness, what have you got for us? Yeah, I did lock it, yeah.
Did you just check it?
Yeah, I did check it as well. We're in the Tesco's car park, we've got 2 hours free. You can pay for a bit longer if you want to stay longer, so that is always an option. But 2 hours, we're right in the middle of the city centre as well, so I don't know, see what we get on.
I want to go find the cathedral,
But
I think.
yeah, find the cathedral, check out the bookshop, and I don't know, whatever else there is to do. We found a laundrette, guys. Can't miss a laundrette, although Becky won't let me use it. Huh? Oh my god. Go Degs! It's pretty big. I mean, it's not like Salisbury Cathedral. It's a shame you can't take dogs in. Well, there you go, guys. Inverness Cathedral. I think it was called St Andrew's Cathedral. Was it St Andrew's? I can't remember. Literally 2 minutes from Tesco's. Not even that. We're doing like a Inverness tourist speed run, Becky. We're doing like an Inverness tourism speed run. Oh, it's quite a nice river, isn't it? I don't know what river it is. Is it the River Ness? It could be the River Ness. I know the River Ness is here somewhere.
That's the River Ness.
Oh, it is the River Ness. Okay. Oh, look.
There's not just like another huge river.
Look, we've got castles that way. I didn't know there was a castle.
Yeah, we've got the Ness Islands
Museum.
down here.
Yeah, the Ness Islands are that way,
Yeah.
apparently. Down
Do you
there.
want to go to them?
How
They're
far
a 20
away?
minute walk.
Oh, that's quite far. There's a castle that way, apparently.
Yeah.
Decision made, we're heading towards the castle, and now it's influenced by the presence of a bakery. So the castle is just over there. God, this is like the quickest tourist run ever. It looks like quite a modern castle. Maybe it's been like refurbed or something. It's quite a nice little town, isn't it?
It's a city.
City. It's quite nice though. It doesn't feel like a city because it's quite small.
It's always nice when there's a like big river running through a city.
I think there always is, isn't there?
Yeah, usually.
And it wouldn't be a Scottish city without a kilt makers. Oh no, Diggs. It's the big scary bridges. It's the big scary bridges. Rose Street Foundry, Inverness, 1881. Is that when the bridge was built? It looks like it could be like 140 years old. So there's a Victorian market the other side of the river, which we're going to go and investigate. The first impressions of Inverness though, I think it's really quite nice. Let's go. So this is the Victorian market. Alright. Nothing to be open yet. No. I have to say, it doesn't look very Victorian, but perhaps it's the location rather than an aesthetic. These guys, it's alright, she's coming back. Just look at how cheap some of the houses are here. £135,000 for a one-bed cottage. There's one over here, 3-bedroom detached house for £265,000. Be about 3 times that at home. So it's just past 10 o'clock. Bookshop is officially open, and Becky is romping her way to the bookshop. Leakey's bookshop. I'll wait outside with the dogs. Well, Becky goes and has a rummage. Can I give you the dog for the cheese twist? Artisan cheese twist. Was it good?
Yeah.
I don't think the camera does this view justice. The cairngorms a kind of like a totally different landscape to the Highlands. The Highlands are much more mountainous, I suppose, whereas this seems to be more kind of like open, and I mean it's still hilly. There are mountains here which are equally as high as those in the Highlands, I think, but I don't know, the landscape's just slightly different. It seems more kind of like foresty and kind of like undulating, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense there. But we've left Inverness. We've driven about an hour south. We're not far away from a place called Aviemore, I think it is. We found a park up on top of a hill. Well, not right at the top of the hill, but on the way up of a hill. We're on a bit of a slope. We've got the front wheels on the ramps on the highest rampage, and we're still leaning down quite a bit, but it's not really an issue if we're leaning down towards the front. As long as we're not leaning too much sideways, then it's not usually too bad. As long as it's not like really bad, we can usually make do. It's very windy up here though. I don't know if you can hear the wind. God, when you get big gusts it really shakes the van. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem tonight. But yeah, we're just gonna hang around here for the rest of the day, stay the night hopefully, as long as the wind's not too bad, although we don't have anywhere else to go, so I guess we'll just have to make do. Tomorrow there's a loch down there, I can't remember what it's called, but there's like a beach area and there's loads of car parks, so we're just going to go down there, I think, park up in one of the car parks. You've got to pay, I think it's like £4 or £5 for the whole day, which is fine really, not too worried about that. But you can't stay overnight, otherwise we would have stayed down there, I think. So yeah, just going to chill here, go to the loch tomorrow, and then yeah, probably move on, see what else there is to see in the cairngorms. I know there's some mountains to climb. There's a couple here that are a similar elevation to Ben Nevis. I think they're still over 1,300 metres. They're only about 20 metres short of Ben Nevis. So maybe we'll go on another hike at some point. I wish we could have the door open, but it's just way too windy to do that. Just like blows everything everywhere. Plus the dogs are sleeping and it'd be quite noisy. You can kind of see how much of a slope we're on because this camera automatically levels itself. So that's quite a bit. But it will be fine. It will survive. Look, that's the loch down there that has the beach that I think we're going to go to tomorrow. There's no way this is a natural beach. It can't be. This sand is like too perfect. Luna! Crazy! Oh, that was such a good spin. Almost, it was like right in the corner. Oh! The wind is just blowing in off of that loch and it's so cold. But we've descended from our mountaintop park up last night down to Loch Morlick. Last night though, we had a bit of a struggle because the wind was so strong and the van was just like shaking around all night long, and where we've put the new like extractor fan thing in, even though we had it closed, the wind was like blowing through it and whistling and making so much noise. I think we both had the worst night's sleep we've had in this whole trip so far because the wind was so bad, but yeah, we survived and we're down from the mountain, onwards and upwards. Going for a nice walk this morning. We would have gone for a swim in the loch. Well, we still might, but unless it warms up considerably and the wind drops, I don't think we will. So we think that this might be our last opportunity to have a swim in a loch in Scotland, because the setting's really good with the beach. We've just walked the dogs, we've put them in the crate in the van, so they're just going to have a sleep. so we can just come down and actually have an opportunity to go for a swim. Even at Loch Lomond's, like, we had the dogs there, didn't we? So
Yeah, we were taking it in turns.
taking it in turns and stuff. But it is cold, and the loch looks freezing and quite choppy, so I feel like we kind of have to go for a swim because we're here and it's kind of rude not to, but at the same time I'm not excited about it. Well, I kind of am and not at the same time. I don't know. There's no one here either as well. Nobody's here. Oh, it looks so cold. Oh, that is cold. That's pretty cold, Becky. Oh, that is freezing. Everyone watching this video is just like, just get in. And they don't understand how cold it is. Oh my god, that is so cold. Like, imagine running a bath just with the cold tap. And that's what it feels like. Oh my god, my feet are numb already. It's so cold. I actually don't think I can swim in that. Flipping freezing. That's colder than Loch Lomond.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's colder today than what we were at Loch Lomond.
Yeah, it was like 21 degrees, wasn't it? And today it's like 12. I don't know if it's a vibe.
I kind of just want to like go in and just come straight back out.
Go on then.
Like just go in.
Yeah, go on then.
Do you know what I mean? Like just do like a cold plunge.
Yeah. I mean, that's literally what it is. It's not a swim. Are you done? I feel like I've got to go in now. God, it's like raining.
I know, hurry up!
Right.
I'm actually warm here. It gets deep really fast.
So we left the beach after our lovely ice cold plunge. I think that's probably the coldest water I've ever been in my life. It was so cold. We literally just came back to the van, had a hot shower, and then had a bit of hot lunch.
What's the place we're going to?
And then moved on. We're going to Braemar. Braemar. We drove about just over an hour, about an hour and 20 minutes, down towards Braemar, which we're going to pop into tomorrow. And we pulled over at the side of the kind of main road that takes us there. And I think we're just going to spend the night here. The drive down here though was kind of like a really windy road through the cairngorms, and there's just heather just everywhere and just like undulating hills. We went through like a ski resort, which was really weird because it's obviously the middle of summer, so there's no snow, but there were like ski lifts going up the hills and like snow plows and things like that. So I think this is kind of the skiing location in Scotland. I mean, I'm sure you get snow in the Highlands too, but I guess this is maybe more practical for skiing, I guess. I don't know. The road was actually called something like Snow View or something like that we drove through. But yeah, it was just like really windy. The loch? I keep forgetting. Loch Murloch, I think. But yeah, it was a really nice drive anyway. It would have been good to have caught some footage of it, but I left the camera in the back of the van while we were driving, so I didn't want to pull over and like grab the camera. What's that noise? Can you hear that? What is that? But the whole drive just looked just like this, with like heather all over the place, undulating hills. It was so nice. We did a big shop in Tesco's the other day and we got loads of food, hopefully enough to last us until, well, until the rest of the trip, I guess, apart from a few sort of top-ups with like milk and stuff like that. But we're going to have burgers in a wrap.
We're going to need to top up all the milk.
With some garnish, a bit of salad. Yeah, I know, like, just a few like bits and bobs. We've got like enough main food to last us. And then, along with our burger wraps, we're going to have some tortellini as well. What tortellini is it?
What?
What tortellini is it?
Full cheese.
Ooh, cheesy tortellini with burger wraps. That sounds really tasty. We've got the old gas stove on the go because we're trying to save power. We don't want to run out of power. Mind you, we're doing quite a bit of driving, so it hasn't actually gone down that much. I think we're still on about 70%.
I think it probably sounds like such a weird combination to everyone.
What, burgers and tortellini?
Yeah.
It is a bit strange, but it's all fun, isn't it? I don't want to go home. I know we've still got a way to go. Still got like another week, but...
Yeah, but it's like a week of going home,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Once we got to like Inverness and we started coming south again, it's kind of like we're still
like
on
on the
holiday,
way
but
home.
we're working our way back south again. It's kind of, yeah, I don't know. Got it in my head already that it'll be home time soon. Oh well, definitely come here again. Your horse digs. Are you a horse? Are you a horse? Digby's got a bit of a squirmy belly this morning, and he tends to eat grass when that happens, so I'm trying to feed him some grass. He's also hurt his paw as well, so we don't want to put him down on the gravel because he has like a sore patch on one of his toes, and I think it's just from all the walking on hard surfaces that have caused that. But look at this though, this is mad. Yeah. Look at that. Can you see the van? Just left of centre there. And mountains. Oh, it's so nice. I think I prefer it here to the Highlands, you know, Becky. I don't know why. Maybe I don't. Maybe it's just different. Braemar Castle. I think that's literally it over there. That's got to be it. So we've just arrived in Braemar, which is kind of on the southern edge of the cairngorms. We've parked in a place called the Braemar Highland Games Centre, and I think it must be quite like an important place in the Highland Games scene because, well, it's quite like well maintained and has like a whole stand and like flags and like everything. So yeah, I think Braemar has got something of significance to do with the Highland Games. But we're going to have a little look around the village, see what there is, maybe go in a shop or two, and yeah, look at that, for sale. I wonder how much it is. I think that must be the local hotel or something. Where should we go? Should we go down to the river? This is such a nice little village. It's quite postcardy. The mountains in the background and everything. Mountain sports. The Bothy. Oh, that looks like a nice place to have some breakfast. The Braemar Bistro. Do people actually live here? It feels almost like we're in a miniature village or something. All the houses and shops and everything are just so, I don't know. Almost look like I've been placed here. Highland dancing. Huh? I don't really know how well you can see that because of the reflection of the glass, but white eggs. Look at this chap. I look like a cowboy. There's a big fight going on here. Luna, I think you need to calm down a bit. And so a stone's throw away from Braemar, we have
Stone's throw?
the
Far away.
the Falls of Brewer. Well,
It's like, it took us like an hour and a half to get here.
okay, it did take a little while. But we've come to the Falls of Brewer, which is a waterfall. And there's also a big kind of like retail farm shoppy thing that we had to walk through to get here. That sell like, I don't know, expensive produce and stuff. Oh, we're going through a tunnel. Oh, it's so dark. Yeah, I feel like we should get something. Some strawberries or something else. But a short walk through this forest should take us to the waterfall. Let's have a look on this map. There we go. Yes, this is where we parked then, where the shop is and everything. And then, oh, we've got the lower falls, and then there's upper falls. I wonder how long it takes to walk around. Oh, here we go. So the orange circular is 1.5 miles.
The upper falls is only 45 minutes to an hour.
We can do that, can't we?
Return. What was it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Right, let's go. I've got Digby in the sling, trying to keep his paw from getting any worse than it already is. But I think he's alright. It's actually pretty hot today. I think it's about 18, 19 degrees. 21? Oh wow. So yeah, it's quite warm, but that's alright. After a week's worth of rain, it's quite refreshing to have a bit of sunshine. Yeah, it rained loads.
It wasn't a week of rain.
Well, it rained a lot.
Ah, it is a viewpoint.
Oh, look at that! I thought it was a path.
No, so that bit's the pool, isn't it? So that's these are the lower falls.
Yeah.
It's like a pool then.
And then it goes down that next one we just saw. Oh, that looks so cool, doesn't it? Imagine being a fish going down there. It was so much fun. Do you know what this reminds me of with Digby in the sling?
What?
Scaling a mountain. Reminds me of Ben Nevis that we did this time last week, I think. Although I think by this time we were already back at the van. But I think it was a week ago today we went up Ben Nevis. A week later, we're doing it again. Except for this time the weather's much better. Mr. Wiggins, Mr. Wiggins, Mr. Wiggins, Wiggins McGee. Yeah? Okay. So I think this is the bridge at the upper waterfall. And then we basically go across the bridge and then back down the other way. Although this is a delightful walk through the gorge of Brewer, if that's what it's called. You can't really see the waterfall very well. You can hear it, but you can't really see it. We could see the bottom one quite clearly because there was like a viewing point. But this upper one and middle one, you can't really see it at all.
I mean, I suppose it's summer, isn't it? So everything's like green.
Yeah, maybe in the winter you'd be able to see it better. But yeah, you can hear it, but you can't see it. So we're almost back down where we started, at the lower waterfall. Where we crossed over that bridge over there. No, the viewpoint's better.
Obviously. It's a viewpoint.
Yeah, I suppose. Kind of makes sense.
When we were along here, you were like, how did they get there?
No, I know. I didn't realise it went round this way. Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that look at that.
Magic. Right, should we go back? Oh. Oh my goodness me. There's a loch out there. Somewhere. So the forecast said it was going to be sunny today and 18 degrees. But instead of that, we've woken up to thunderstorms. And Digby's really scared. Because every now and again you hear a big clap of thunder. It is quite cool being in the van when there's a storm.
Not for Digby.
No, not for Digby, but...
Sorry, Digby, that's just not.
Yeah, don't know what to do about the morning walk. I guess we'll just take him to the toilet.
Well,
then,
she's been.
Yeah, when
We'll
it
just
stops
wait
raining.
until later and we'll go to the Falls of Falloch. It's all right,
So we did have a campsite booked just outside of Glasgow because we were going to go and visit the city. Similar to what we did with Edinburgh. Spend 2 nights on a campsite and spend a whole day in the city. I don't know why we didn't realise before, but the campsite we booked is about an hour and a half's distance on public transport to get into the centre of Glasgow, which is kind of like a bit too much really. It's like when we went to London at Christmas, it took us like over an hour to get into the city.
Might as well have just gone from home.
Yeah, literally. So we decided to cancel the campsite, just did it a minute ago, and we're going to find a park up in the city of Glasgow. There's quite a lot in there. I think there might be
There's
a
like
decent one.
loads for some reason.
Yeah, so I think there might be a good one. Stay there tonight and then visit Glasgow tomorrow and then kind of like move on. But in cancelling the campsite, it means that we can't refill the water, which is like the main thing really, because we've done quite a lot of driving the last few days. We still have quite a lot of power, but we're running out of water.
Because when we
so,
drive, it recharges the batteries.
yeah, but we do need to find somewhere to refill the water if we're not going to stay at a campsite. So.
But in Scotland, there's like belows of places where they just let you empty your wastewater and fill up water.
Yeah, if you pay like a £5 or a £10 or something, they let you use the facilities. So I think we might just pay a £10 and
Fill the water.
fill the water up and tidy the van out and everything like that. Maybe do some washing. But yeah, we're just trying to figure out exactly where we're going to do that and how we're going to plan the rest of the day, because
It's not the weather we expected.
no. Let's go, guys. It's probably quite a good day to come and look at a waterfall after all that rain we had this morning. It's going to be absolutely gushing. All the mist is like coming over. And look, it's absolutely gushing down there. There's a lot of bugs, isn't there? Are they biting you?
The midges swarm! That's like our first midgie swarm.
I know, it's biting me. Ah, it's biting me!
Oh, there's a few things, I think.
So there you go everyone, the Falls of Falloch. Another fine example of gravity in water.
I think it was better than yesterday.
Yeah, I think it maybe was better than yesterday. We've kind of decided what we're going to do though. We're going to head down to Glasgow pretty much now. It's about an hour or so away. And then we're going to go into Glasgow tomorrow. And then I think we're going to find somewhere to fill up the water, maybe down in Gretna Green or a little bit further south of Scotland perhaps. And then we're going to kind of break up the drive going home into like 3 sections.
We're going to go to York!
And go to York and see the real Diagon Alley. And yeah, that's kind of what we're going to do. But for the rest of today anyway, I think we're pretty much just going to drive down to Glasgow and just kind of find a place to go. But there we are, 2 minutes back to the van. Easy peasy. I'm going to sneeze. So last night we parked in the Museum of Glasgow's car park, which is just behind me. Oh, what is it then?
It's called the Kelvin Grove Art Gallery and Museum.
Okay, well it's a museum anyway. We had to pay, it was £3 to park from 8 PM to 6 AM. No, 6 PM to 8 AM. And then it's £10 for all day from 8 AM to 6 PM. So it's going to cost us 13 quid basically to park here for 24 hours, which to be honest,
city centre?
I think is pretty good. The alternative was the campsite that we booked. That was an hour and a half away. And I don't think there was
£13 at least to travel in.
exactly each probably.
Public transport.
Yeah. And I think there probably were some free park ups around, but
It's like
none as good as this.
greyhounds.
Yeah, there is, isn't there? It's like 6 of them.
Go in.
But we've got up early, it's about 8:30. We're going to have a mooch around the town, or city should I say. Hopefully we're not going to get wet because it is forecast to rain. But I guess we'll see, so far so good. I think we're going to try and find a bakery, get a croissant. And then at some point we're both going to take it in turns to go into the museum, I think. Because it's free and we're parked right next to it and we've got parking all day. So yeah, I think we'll take these dogs for a little bit of a run around the
Around the
grass.
city.
And then chuck them in the slings. Have you got Luna's sling?
Oh, no, I don't need Luna's sling.
Okay. Well, I've got Digby's sling anyway, so we can chuck them in the sling.
Oh my god, I forgot to sling.
I've got Digby's, so it's fine. There we go. That's a better angle of the museum, right in the centre of town. Oh yes.
Oh, look at that cinnamon bun. Pan of chocolate.
Look at those almond covered croissants.
Cinnamon bun.
Oh, look at that. That looks insane. Mama in the bakery, getting tasty treats. So we got a croissant each. Look at that.
It's a big croissant.
And
Maybe we should have shared one.
yeah, maybe. We got a another thing to have later as well. What did you get?
I told you I got a cinnamon bun.
Oh, you got cinnamon bun.
And you got a scone. You're getting crumbs everywhere. What are you doing?
We're currently in the botanical gardens, but they don't open till 10, which isn't for another 20 minutes. And I don't think we'll be allowed in anyway with the dogs, but we can walk around the grounds, which is fine. Just can't go in the big glass houses. Mind you, we don't actually know if we can or we can't. We're just kind of assuming. But we're just looking on Google Maps to see what other points of interest there are within walking distance, because Glasgow is actually quite a big city, and the cathedral is a 4-mile walk from here. Well, it's 4 miles away, so to walk it would take quite a long time. to get there and get back. So I don't think we're going to go to the cathedral.
I've already been there anyway.
Yeah. We're not far from the university, so I think we might head
Like
down
the
there.
museum's also near where we're...
Yes, obviously the museum
So
will
but
go
if we go back to the museum, then we're like near
in the university. Well, there's vegetable beds up there.
animals.
Do you reckon this is just like community?
No, this is
Garden. No, I know, but there's like vegetables up there. We just walked past one of the glass houses and it had a sign on the window saying no dogs allowed other than guide dogs, so we can't go in there.
We weren't even going to anyway.
Well, I wanted to go in.
It costs money. You can go in.
Does it? I thought you could just walk in.
You can go in without the dogs.
Nah, it's alright. Oh, Digby's doing a poo
In the vegetable garden.
in the vegetable patch. That was a good tune. So I think this is kind of the university village. What's Glasgow University like known for? Or does it not have like a
I'm not sure.
niche?
It's a very good university. It's the 4th oldest university in the English-speaking world and one of Scotland's 4 ancient universities.
Oh,
Arts and humanities, clinical, pre-clinical and health, and engineering and technology, life sciences,
it's just kind of a bit of everything.
economics.
Just kind of like
No, it says online like a bunch of things.
Yeah. So this building says botany on the front, so that must be where they study like plants and stuff. Which is quite close to the botanical gardens. That's interesting. Do you reckon they go over there for like trips?
Mm-hmm.
School trips?
Yeah, probably.
School trips out, pack lunch. I'm not sure what this is, but it says University of Glasgow main gate.
So why are you not sure what it is?
Well,
It's the main gate to the University of Glasgow.
no, I know, but I guess that's just like the main building where it all happens. Oh look, we've got a whole like little map here because it's in lots of different buildings, kind of like scattered around.
Yeah, because it's like a city university rather than like a campus university.
Yeah, so this is the main. We're there, and that's obviously that building over
And
there.
the library's up there.
Yeah. Oh look, you've got a zoology museum down here, and then the art gallery museum. That's where we're parked. Literally there. We're parked in there. 1451. That's nearly 600 years old. How do you even like go about building stuff like this? Like 600 years ago, how do you build this? It's crazy, isn't it?
Nina! Oh, why don't I just get to that building? On the other side. Cream cheese has gone all over the lid.
Oh,
Are
no.
you looking at it?
Yeah. Oh, it looks so good. I don't know if I'm going to have all of mine. I
No, I
might.
don't think I'll have all of mine either. It's quite big.
Got my fig jam.
Mm.
I don't have any cream, so I'm going to have to make do with butter. Obviously, would be much better with clotted cream, but you've got to make do with what you got, haven't you? Is it weird to have like a... Is that mould? It's mouldy. Alright, well no more.
Strawberry. We've got raspberry.
No more fig jam. My fig jam's all mouldy. I looked at it and I was like, oh my god, it's so fluffy. Oh, looking forward to that. Well, not quite as good, but we've got the Hartley's raspberry.
I don't like the fig jam.
It's quite hard to spread this. Bakery scone. So good. Alright guys, let's go and see what's in here. This place is massive. Can any of you tell that we're back in England? I feel like I can tell by the landscape. I feel like it's less kind of wildernessy and more fields, hedgerows, and just more Englandy. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I know that we're back in England that I can tell. We did actually intend on staying in Scotland for one more day, and we drove down to a border village called Gretna from Glasgow yesterday, which was a 2-hour drive. We needed to go there to fill up the van with water, do like a service stop, and we found a campsite that would let us come and just fill up with water for a tenner, I think it was. But the park up that we found in Gretna, turns out you had to pay to stay the night, so we abandoned that and we decided to just basically drive back into England to another park up, which was about half an hour's drive further on. Now the interesting thing about this park up is it's actually at a place called Hadrian's Wall, which, correct me if I'm wrong, Hadrian's Wall still has a link to kind of ancient Scotland, I suppose, back when it was called Caledonia, before it became Scotland. And I think the Romans built this wall. I don't think it's this wall, but I think where we parked there is a bit of the original wall. But I think it was built to basically keep the Caledonians out from invading Britain, basically, back in the day, like 2,000 years ago. So although we are technically in England, there's still kind of like a bit of a Scottish link there, I suppose. So this is Signal Tower, which was built, well, was the remains of, built by the Romans, where they would make smoke signals and stuff like that. And where we parked the van, just down there, it says it's a turret, so maybe it had like a machine gun in there to shoot the Scottish 2,000 years ago. What a lovely sunny day it is today though. Look at that. Oh, amazing. That park up as well, incredible. Go Diggs. Diggs, go round. Diggs, come on, let you go this way. That's it, good boy. Shuffle in, shuffle in. Diggs, what are you doing? Go! Silly boy. This is a bit more of the wall. Alright.
Roman soldiers built this tower for the Emperor Hadrian's frontier project around AD 122. It stood originally within a wall of turf, which was replaced by stone after a few years.
Yeah, there you go.
Turrets were placed 2 to every Roman mile, which is about 1.48 kilometres.
So that's the original brickwork.
Yeah.
Still standing. That's mad, isn't it? 2,000 years old nearly. Crazy. Yeah. I wonder what it was like to live 2,000 years ago. I mean, obviously, any time you live just feels normal to you, but what was life actually like back then?
I think it was very nice.
Do you think? But it would have just been
I mean,
normal for everyone.
Unless you were super rich, it wouldn't have been a very nice life.
Yeah, unless you were like the king. I don't know where to put this. Put it down there. I was in two minds whether or not to end the video here or carry it on, because we're not going home right now. We're going to kind of work our way down England a bit to get home, and we're going to stop off in York, I think. But we just checked on like Google Maps and Park for Night to see places to stay around York. And York itself, the centre, there isn't really anywhere to go. The best we can do is just like park in the Morrisons, a bit like we did in Inverness. Was it Inverness we did that? But just park in a supermarket and oh yeah, Fort William. Yeah, just park in a supermarket and get 2 hours free parking and walk around. So yeah, and also this video, it's kind of like a Scotland video, and now we're in England. It's kind of, I guess it's kind of not necessarily over, but the Scotland part's done anyway. The video is also around about 2 hours long at this point, I think, or just short of 2 hours, so quite a long time. So I guess it's kind of a good point to end the video. If you've made it this far, then I hope you've enjoyed it. we've certainly had a really good time. I think we might do like a debrief video about our experience in Scotland and how it's been, and recommendations and highs and lows and things like that. So watch out for that. But for this one anyway, we hope you've enjoyed it. We've certainly had a really good time. We'd love to come back to Scotland again. Well, we're certainly going to come back again. I'd quite like to come back in winter. I think it would be a completely different experience. I don't know what the roads would be like when it's like snowy, but yeah, we're definitely going to come back multiple times, I should think. But I really hope you enjoyed it, and I guess we'll see you guys on the next one. There's also a really cool little coffee wagon over there, which we didn't get a coffee from because we can make our own, but just want to appreciate the classic VW coffee wagon. Ready to go?